Today we are going to see the approximation methods in quantum mechanics. Now we have studied the various systems like hydrogen atom, rigid rotor, harmonic oscillator, particle in a one-dimensional box. We have solved the Schrödinger equation for all these systems, and with the help of solution of Schrödinger equation we can find out the energy as well as wave function for these systems. Now in case of hydrogen atom we have seen that Hamiltonian for hydrogen atom H equal to Hamiltonian for hydrogen atom is minus h cross square by twice me del square minus ze dash square by r, and Schrödinger equation for this is h psi equal to E psi. This is the Hamiltonian minus h cross square by twice me del square minus ze dash square by r, and from that we can write this Schrödinger equation h psi equal to E psi. If we solve this Schrödinger equation we can find out the energy as well as wave function for this hydrogen atom. But if we are having more than one electron system, at that time our Hamiltonian will become more complicated. We can take the example of helium atom. Now in case of helium atom we are having this Hamiltonian. Now in this case this first and third term is the kinetic energy term, minus h cross square by twice m e del 1 square, and another is the minus h cross square by twice m e del 2 square. This is the kinetic energy term for first electron. This is the kinetic energy term representing the second electron. And in this case the second and fourth term represent the potential energy of attraction between electron and nucleus. This is the R1 is the distance between the first electron and nucleus, and R2 is the distance between second electron and nucleus. Now this term represents the potential energy of attraction between the first electron and nucleus, and this term represents the potential energy of attraction between the second electron and nucleus, and this last term represents the potential energy of repulsion between the electrons present in the system. Now due to this last term E dash square by R12, it becomes very difficult to solve the Schrödinger equation for many electron atoms, and therefore in order to find out the energy as well as wave function of many electron atoms, approximation methods are used. Now there are various approximation methods. We have seen that in order to find out the energy as well as wave function for many electron atoms, approximation methods are used. There are different types of approximation method. First is the variation method. Second, perturbation method. There are different types of approximation method: variation method, perturbation method, method of independent electron, and self-consistent field method. But here these first two methods, that is the variation method and perturbation method, they are most commonly used approximation method. Because in case of many electron atom, we can't solve this Schrodinger equation, and therefore with the help of this method, we can find out approximate energy as well as wave function for many electron system. And out of this first two methods, variation method and perturbation method, they are most commonly used method. And therefore we are going to see what is meant by variation method and what is meant by perturbation method. Now this variation method, it is based on the theorem known as a variation theorem. Variation method is based on the theorem known as a variation theorem. This variation theorem is phi star h phi d tau, it is greater than or equal to E1. Change of integral from minus infinity to plus infinity, phi star h phi d tau, it is greater than or equal to E1. Now in this case, phi is known as a trial variation function. Phi is known as a trial variation function. H is the Hamiltonian operator. Phi is the trial variation function. H is Hamiltonian operator. E1 is the E1 is the upper bound for ground state energy. In this way here, with the help of this variation theorem, we can find out the upper bound for the ground state energy of the system. And in this way here, we can get the approximate ground state energy with the help of this variation theorem. And therefore this variation theorem is used in order to find out the energy for more than one electron atom. And here phi is known as a trial variation function. Now here we can use various trial functions and we can find out the energy for that particular system. Now another method we are going to see, that is the perturbation method. Now the second method, that is the perturbation method. Now this perturbation method, in this case we are having this Schrodinger equation H psi n equal to En psi n. In case of perturbation method, we are having H psi n equal to En psi n, and we are unable to solve this equation. H psi n, it is equal to En psi n. We are unable to solve this equation, and therefore now we have to find out the other system which is very close to this system, and for that system we are able to solve the equation. And therefore now we have to write the other equation H psi n we have to write the another equation H0 psi n0 equal to En0 psi n0, and we are able to solve this equation. In case of perturbation method, we are having the two equations H psi n equal to En psi n. We are unable to solve this equation. Another equation H0 psi n0 equal to En0 psi n0. we are able to solve this equation, and in this case we have to solve the second equation, h0 psi n0 equal to en0 psi n0, and from that we can get en0 and psi n0, and we have to correlate this en0 with en and psi n0 rule silent. Now we are going to see example of this. Now example is an harmonic oscillator. In case of anharmonic oscillator, Hamiltonian H equal to this is the Hamiltonian for anharmonic oscillator minus h cross square by twice m d square by dx square plus 1/2 kx square plus dx cube plus cx raised to 4. Now this is the Hamiltonian for anharmonic oscillator. Now this Hamiltonian is closely related to the Hamiltonian for harmonic oscillator. Now Hamiltonian for this harmonic oscillator is minus h cross square by twice m d square by dx square plus 1/2 kx square. Now here we can see that these two Hamiltonians, they are very closely related to each other. Now from that we can see that H is known as a Hamiltonian for perturbed system for which we are unable to solve this coordinate equation. And here this H is known as H0 because H0 is the Hamiltonian for the unperturbed system for which we are able to solve this coordinate equation. Now here already we have seen that harmonic oscillator system, and we are able to solve this coordinate equation for harmonic oscillator, and therefore now we have to correlate this Hamiltonian for perturbed system and Hamiltonian for unperturbed system. And therefore now we can write here H minus H. Difference between the Hamiltonian of perturbed system and unperturbed system, it is represented by H prime, and this H prime is known as a perturbation. H prime is known as a perturbation. That means perturbation is nothing but the difference between the Hamiltonian of perturbed system and Hamiltonian of unperturbed system. Now in this case of this harmonic oscillator, that perturbation H prime is nothing but dx cube plus cx4. In this case H prime is nothing but dx cube plus cx4. This is the perturbation in case of this anharmonic and harmonic oscillator. This is known as a perturbation. Now the another example we are going to see the in case of the helium atom.